Hi everybody, and thanks so much for checking out my video. If you have ever watched some of the shows like House Hunters International or Mexico Life, then you're gonna totally get where I'm coming from here. I used to obsess over these shows, and I would wonder at the people who would just up and move to a foreign country and sell everything they had in their home and leave family and friends and go out on an adventure to start their life somewhere new. And I always wondered how they would go about doing that. Until one time, I made a visit to a little town called Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and fell madly in love with the town and the people and the culture and the food. So believe it or not, came back 3 months later. Now, my husband and I are not impulsive. This is very unusual behavior for us, but we came back 3 months later and we bought a house. Can you believe that? We got a little vacation house and it was being built, and I don't even know what possessed us to take this risk, but we took the risk, bought the house, and it was the best thing we ever did because we, after visiting here several times, made a plan to start changing our lives and the quality of our lives. And over a 5-year period, we gradually spent more time in Cabo and less time in Atlanta until it became obvious to us every time we would go back to Atlanta that the stress and the traffic and the chaos and the beeping horns and the loud noise and the stresses of life would start to assault us, and we would start feeling maybe a little sick or anxious or have anxiety. And so we would start making a plan to come back to Cabo, and we'd come back and stay in our little vacation home, and we'd get better and we'd relax and we would enjoy life. And we started making great friendships and we started making great memories. So over time, it became harder and harder to go back to the hustle bustle of our real lives. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to leave Atlanta. We have amazing children that are all adults and they're out on their own and very successful, but it was really tough to leave our children. It was tough to leave my family and my husband's family. They didn't understand why we wanted to move to a foreign country and what made us want to make this journey and take this risk. And because the feedback that we got was so scary and in some cases negative, we decided to make a plan, and it was for us a 5-year plan, and start working our way towards a move that would be more permanent. Now, initially, our goal was to stay and live here for 1 year in Cabo. So let's give it a year, see how it is, and after that, if we want to move back to the US, we can move back. Well, I have to tell you, it's been 3 years since we've been here full time, and we've never even had the conversation, do we want to move back? Because it's not an option. We are so happy here and our lives are here and we love it so much here, despite some things that can be difficult, some things that can be scary, some things that can be uncomfortable. Anytime you do something risky, it can be scary and uncomfortable. But that's what I'm here for, and that's the purpose of this channel, to share with you some of the mistakes that we made, some of the things we did right, some of the hurdles we had to jump through, and some of the things that were smooth sailing, which sometimes, to be honest, it wasn't always smooth sailing. But over time, we've made some connections, and because I've lived here now for 3 years, I can tell you how to avoid some of the mistakes that we made. So I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. I want you to know, as you already do, that I am not a professional videographer or whatever it's called. I'm just a girl who took a big risk and sold everything that I owned in the entire world, and my husband and I moved to a foreign country. And I'm just a person who wants to share with you my experience, the things I did right and wrong. Now, I would love to hear from you about what questions you might have. So if you know of anybody who's thinking about making a move to any foreign country, maybe Mexico, anywhere, or specifically to Cabo, please leave a comment for me below because it will help me understand what questions you actually have. I've been here 3 years now, so I have forgotten some of the early stage hurdles that we had to jump through. So if you can remind me what questions you might have about a move, that would be great. Please subscribe to my channel and help support me so that I know I'm using my time wisely and that I am helping people in this way. And I will be posting more videos along the way. I'll be posting videos about shopping. I'll be posting videos about traveling back and forth. I'll be posting videos about immigration. I'll be posting videos about healthcare. I will be posting videos about having a pet, what things are very challenging, some cultural differences that you have to accept and get used to. I'm gonna post videos with my family and just straight up ask them, what did you think when I told you that I was thinking about moving to a foreign country, and specifically Mexico? You know, I have a brother who lives in London, and that's maybe understandable, it's London. I have another brother who lives in Tokyo, and again, it's a big city and it's very cutting edge and it has great reputation and low incidence of problems. It doesn't have a bad reputation, but sometimes Mexico can have a bad reputation. And I'm gonna tell you the reality of what I've learned living here and how I feel when I go out at night and how I feel when I make a wrong turn on a street, how I feel about the cartel and tourists and other people living here. There are a lot of Canadians here and there are a lot of Americans here. So my struggle with learning Spanish, we're gonna talk about that. I wanna learn Spanish, but everybody here kind of speaks English. So I'm struggling a little bit with my desire to learn Spanish, but we're gonna talk about all of those things and how to get along. So I hope you'll like my channel, subscribe to my channel. Please reach out to me with any of my other social media. I will have posted with this page, and I am gonna be checking that regularly, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. So I hope you have a terrific day and keep dreaming. If moving is your dream, keep dreaming. And let's talk about how we're gonna make a plan so that you can make your move to Cabo or anywhere else in the world that you wanna go. Thanks.